Hey you guys, Matt Allen here. Welcome back to Tactical Bassin. Today we are down in Georgia doing some springtime bass fishing. We've got everything from a Senko to a Swimbait tied on. Come along. So I had to run down here to Georgia to pick up some trailer parts, and I thought if I'm coming all the way down here, I might as well tow a boat. So we're gonna get a half day on the water today. Now here's where it gets interesting. It stopped raining about 3 hours ago. Prior to that, it was an all-out rainstorm. So now it's bluebird, and we're supposed to get windy. Not an ideal situation. However, it's warm. It's almost 30 degrees warmer than it was yesterday. And looking at the water temp's 58 degrees. So it could be excellent. I didn't know if we'd be headed for chocolate milk or clear water or what. It looks to be about 2 feet of visibility. Other than the bluebird, I really like our conditions. Let's go fishing. He just spit that bait out when he was already in the net. Check that out. That's a good fish. That one just ate the burrito. Look at that bass. Jeez. I don't know if we're gonna get a lot of bites today or not, but if that's my only bite, totally worth it. Awesome. So I brought a Swimbait rod along. I hadn't even bothered to rig it up yet. I was throwing an S-Waver, and I started out with the Senko, then a worm, then the S-Waver, and I wasn't getting bit. I wasn't seeing fish. And I turned around and thought, I'm gonna throw out on some deep structure. So I'll put that on just my Zodiac 7.5 heavy. I think I was on my 3rd cast when that big old bass just cracked that thing. It's just awesome. I absolutely love when that happens. You just feel completely connected to what's going on. So hopefully that opens us up to something. Hopefully these fish have pulled deep because of the bluebird and we could still catch a few. But even if that's my only one, that was awesome. All right, I'm rigged back up. I was carrying a BPM travel 8-foot Swimbait rod with me just in case I got on a Swimbait bite. So I'm rigged back up with the tranks, heavy line. I'm set up properly in case there's some more big ones that want to eat. And then on that Zodiac heavy, I went ahead and put a mag draft freestyle on there as well. Hopefully that bite wasn't random. I would love to get into a good Swimbait bite. That's a big one. Look at that burrito down in there. Jeez. That fish crushed it. Skipped up underneath that dock. She was ready and waiting. Awesome. That guy right there. Man, that's fun. It just got broken off. Oh my gosh, she crushed. she crushed the mag draft in that brush pile right there. Oh. Broke it on the hook set. I didn't retie after that burrito fish. Actually, I did. No, I did. I don't know. I must have been over the branch. She broke it clean. So that fish that broke off on the hook set, that was on 20 pound. It was a clean break. I was inside that brush, so I think she grabbed it on the other side of a branch. I set right into the wood and off she came. But I'm regrouping. I want to stay with that lighter rod because it's more maneuverable now that I'm in this brush. But I'm gonna rig up a 25 pound leader, see if that's enough. Hopefully we get another shot. I mean, you don't get tons of swim bait bites, right? So far we've had 3 bites. We got 2 of them in the boat. I hate to miss a swim bait bite, but that's okay. That's the cards we're dealt today. That mag draft looks good, doesn't it? See if we can get another one. Got smashed. I was on the mag draft freestyle, crushed it, just didn't get the hook. Well guys, one thing about traveling is that you can't bring everything with you, right? We're on the road today and I'm in my aluminum boat. So even more so in this boat, I can't bring everything. And I literally broke off my swim baits. They're gone. I just didn't have that much gear with me. But today was, in my mind, a total success. I only landed 2 fish, but they were both really, really nice fish that I'm thrilled to have. You know, this time of year, these conditions, post-frontal conditions, are brutal. There's no way around that. Now, thankfully, it was a little warmer today, and I think that helped offset it a little bit. But no question, these fish are shut down. I mean, I went up, pushed around in the shallows this afternoon where you would think they'd be moving up. I saw 4 or 5 fish up there, super skittish. They'd bail all the way back out to deep water. They're just not in a good mood today. A guy would be very tempted under these conditions to pick up a 2.8 Kitech, a shaky head, a Senko, a drop shot, and just do what you can do, right? Just try and catch something. And I'm not gonna lie, I came with that stuff rigged up. I was tempted to do exactly that. And in fact, when this day started, I started out with that. I started out with a big curly tail worm and a Senko, thinking, hey, maybe I know these fish should be shallow. They're probably locked down against cover because of this condition. I'll just slow fish. Well, after about 45 minutes or an hour of absolutely nothing, that light bulb went off. And that's that aha moment where your day's going one way or the other. And I want to make sure you catch this. That's the moment where I thought to myself, if I do this all day, I'm probably going to catch 3, 4, 5 fish. But it's tough conditions, so they're usually the smaller fish. Why not just go swing for the fences? Why not pick up a big bait and just go for it? Now, I know it's tough conditions, so I knew I wouldn't catch a bunch on it today. But sometimes you get the right bite. It only takes one, and that's exactly what happened today. We got 4 bites, probably more bites than I would have gotten if I wormed all day under these conditions. Got 4 bites, one of them just missed. The one I broke off on the mag draft, she was in wood. There's nothing I can do about it. It was a great big boil too. And then the other 2 that we caught, those were both on that burrito. Just an awesome turn of events, especially considering my conditions. Don't be afraid this time of year, good conditions, bad conditions, to pick up a swim bait and just start slinging that thing. Because as you saw, they really will eat it. And there is just nothing like winding a swim bait in the springtime, because we're going a little quicker than we are in the winter, and just dong, they just clobber that thing. Man, there's nothing else like that feeling. You know, the one other thing about today is that first big one, I caught her in about 25 feet of water. And I'm sure you noticed I was right up against the dam. My thinking was, you know, I've got bad conditions. The shallows are the least stable. That's where, you know, you get the highs and the lows, and temperature can really impact those fish. So when I didn't get bit right away, I thought, I'm gonna go to the most stable water in the lake. Right down in front of the dam, you've got your deepest water in the lake, typically your clearest water as well. Started fishing low. I was fishing up against, well, there was like a water intake out there, but that fish was a good 30, 35, 40 feet away from that thing. She was just out on the bottom in deep water. And then as the day progressed and it got a little bit warmer, I do think some fish pulled up. They were just skittish and weird. But I was able to get those couple of other bites up shallower later on, after we got that warmer conditions, started warming those shallows up. But next time you're faced with tough conditions, don't be afraid to back out to that stable water. We talk a lot in the springtime about fish moving up, fish being aggressive, fish being easy to catch. But bad days happen too. And not every fish has moved up. So you can always back down to that stable water, fish that offshore stuff, and you just might get a really big one. Guys, if you enjoyed the video, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. I'll link everything down in the video description for you. I had a blast. I hope you did too. I'll talk to you soon.